Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Tool Show with me, Master Dan, the Journeyman Shooter. Today we're going to be talking about safety boots, work boots, construction boots. All the same thing. We're going to be talking about it, and how to purchase the right ones for you. Now there's a million different options for when you're going to buy a boot, but there's one thing that you want to keep in mind. And that's what that boot's going to be used for. So when you're going hiking, you want to get a hiking boot. When you're working construction, get a construction boot. This one here, you can see it's properly rated for that. It's got the green tag on the side. This one also has a molded bottom on it. There's no stitches, because the big problem with the stitches around the bottom is they end up breaking off, and that becomes a major problem later on in life. Now, one of the big parts about protecting your boots is having the outside of them stay nice and waterproof. A lot of the boots come with a waterproof function that is good, but it doesn't actually do the full amount that you're going to experience, especially if you're a hardworking construction person. You're going to be working in the snow, the water, everything you can imagine. So you also want to take that in mind when you're buying a boot. Something you wear 8 hours a day, that's going to be a major thing minimum, especially if you work like 18 hours a day or you're on a shift where you don't know where you're going to stop, then you're going to be wearing these things a lot of the time. So you want to make sure it's comfortable, you want to make sure it has good padding on the bottom, you want to make sure it's rated for what you're going to be doing. If you're doing electrical work, you have to see the ohm on there. That ohm has to be on there, or else it's not grounded and it's not protected for electrical work. Now, what I'm going to demonstrate today is how to properly spray off your boot. Because a lot of them, they come with a nice coating on there, but it doesn't actually protect against a lot of the elements that we're going to experience. So I went to a store, local store, got myself one of those spray bottles that has a silicone kind of base inside of there, and it's going to create a protective coating on the outside of this. Now, one thing you want to make sure you're doing with this though, is you're following the instructions properly. Because if you coat it too long, or you just soak it, or you just put it in water right away after, it could actually soak into there and ruin your boot. So you want to do this outside. Make sure you read the back of your actual bottle of spray, because that's very important too. If you're not reading your spray bottle and you don't know what it's rated for, it could be pretty wrong. If you spray it on this and it's not rated for a tan or a leather or anything like that, it's gonna just destroy it and fall apart here real quick. So here we go, let's give it a spray. All right, so on this one, you can see it's actually got that little ohm tag on there. That shows that it's rated for what we need it for. So I'm gonna stand back and give this one a nice spray as well, making sure that I'm out of the wind, because you don't want the wind coming right at your face here. That's not a good thing. The wind's at my back shooting that way, which is awesome. It's not going towards my camera and ruining that as well. So you give this a nice liberal spray again. Just gonna give it a nice coating again, nothing too out there. Spray around the back, make sure it's all protected. Make sure you get up near the top as well. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so that's it. After about an hour or so, I'm gonna give them another spray. Make sure it gives it another coat. If you want to, you can overkill it with 3, 4, 5, 10 sprays. 9's about good, because I have a problem with the number 3, and I really like that number. So you can go with about 9, because that's 3 square rooted. So 9 good layers of coating on this thing, that's gonna cover you pretty good. So what do we learn here? What can you take from this segment and use in your everyday life? Well, sometimes you gotta put your best foot forward. That means dressing well, putting some style into your daily life. I know a lot of construction workers. I know personally I've been made fun of a lot because I dress a little bit better and try to wear nice clothes, nice clean boots, and everybody always makes fun of you. But that's part of it. You want to be a professional. When you're a professional, you dress well, you put style, you put your art into what you do. It's not just a job sometimes for some people, and some people actually take a lot of pride in what they do. Real men, real women, they actually care. So get out there, get walking, put your best foot forward.